Welcome to the FishStix headquarters. So out here is where the rod building process starts. This is out in our shop, and as you can see, we take just a standard rod blank that we order in instance to best fit you and what you're doing. And we come out here, and this is where we glue cork handles on, or foam handles, or even some of the wind grips that a lot of people like. And we do some crazy stuff in different colors as well. So the sky is the limit when it comes to customizing your own rod. And then if you want a 100% legitimate custom rod, you can still call us. Right now we're in our rod wrapping room. This is where we spend most of our time with your next rod. We come out here, we mark the rods where the guides go, and we wrap the rods any color you like. We have every color to choose from that you could imagine. And then it comes out here and we actually hand wrap all these. This isn't done by a machine or anything like this. This is done all by hand on these wrappers, and that's pretty much what this room is for. After that, we put the finish on, and we go to the other side of our table here. We put the finish on, and then we set them up here to dry. And after it dries, we'll put some more finish on, and then your rod is ready to go out there and start catching your next fish. We didn't always start off this way. We started off very, very small. As a matter of fact, in 2008, at that time I was going to college. I was like, I'm going to take a handful of rods and a pop-up tent and go set up on the side of the road down in Bay City, which is Matagorda County. And every third Saturday you could go down there, and then the locals begin to know us. All the people there on the square that have businesses started shopping with us, and all the locals and people going into Matagorda. So even though we're here in Galveston County, here in Hitchcock, it really took off down in Matagorda. So then we went to our very first Houston fishing show. And literally in this room, I used to have a big drum, and it was a drum that I built, and it would hold 50 rods. It would just sit here and turn like this. So instead of these rods turning individually, I could spin 50 at a time. So a lot of times rods would fall off of it. And when the rods would fall off, it'd jam up the whole machine. So that night before the fishing show, I had that drum full, and it was just spinning. So I actually slept out here in this room, and I would go to sleep, and I would wake up because I'd hear a weird noise, and it'd be a rod fell off, and it was jamming the machine. That very first show ever, we sold 75 rods. We took the momentum from that show, and we rode it for the rest of the year. This was literally something that was just started from ground zero, and we're just working our way to the top. We've had great customers in the past, and hope to have great customers like you in the future. But now I want to give you some behind-the-scenes looks of what really happens here at the FishStix Inc. FishStix rods are superior in their performance than most any other rod from the aspect of their lightweight. They're comfortable. I know many people who have shoulder problems or arm problems that actually have enjoyed fishing with these because they're able to fish a lot longer, more comfortably. They really are that light. And a couple of things that make them lightweight are the fact that we use our micro guides. They're 83% lighter than conventional guides. So because it's lighter than your conventional guides, it's more sensitive. So everything that's going on down that blank, you could feel down in your hand. You could feel when your lure's going through sand. You could feel when it's going through grass. You could feel when it hits a pothole. You could feel every little thing with these rods. So you actually cast a lot further, and in the process you get less backlash and less wind knots, which customers seem to love. There's also no ceramic inserts in these guides that we use. So you don't have your inserts break or crack out or anything like that. Another cool feature about our rods is the fact that we mark them for you. So you can measure your fish, and if it comes to here, it's 15 inches, 20 inches, 25 inches, and 28 inches. A lot of customers love the fact that if they're standing in the water or maybe standing in the boat, you get a quick reference off that. All this comes standard with your typical FishStix rod. We use split grips, and then we use a two-piece reel seat. So you get more of this exposed blank in your hand, and it's two pieces, so it's lighter. This reel seat's actually 53% lighter than a conventional reel seat that somebody would just slide on in one piece. It's a lot harder to build, but we take pride in the fact that it's a lot better setup for our customers to have this two-piece seat. Also, you'll notice that's the split grips. This comes in cork or foam. We do that just to make it a little bit lighter as well. So when you get a good rod in your hand, it's very good, it's very balanced, and you can fish with something all day long.